All right, what's poppin', everybody? Welcome to episode 19 of the podcast. New mic, new setup, feeling like a new man.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
New man, new mill.
Who dis? Yeah.
New man, new... Congratulations.
Thanks, brother.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thanks, brother. Appreciate it. So, as you can tell by the title of this video, we're going to be talking... Basically, this is just the Million Follower podcast. Basically, how it all happened. And just the whole story of how it...
Yeah, just a bunch of other questions. So let's dive right in.
Yeah, dive right in without further ado.
So first of all, congrats, man.
I appreciate it, brother.
If you want to just go in about maybe your journey, kind of where you started, like kind of what made you first create an account, just some stuff like that.
Yeah, so honestly, it started right when I dropped out of college. Well, not even right after I dropped out of college. Probably like 2 weeks after I dropped out, I was like, wow, I really hate not having anything to do. And everyone I know is probably just like throwing shade at me, being like, dude, this dude's not doing anything with his life. He just dropped out of college. So I started like showing houses with my mom, getting a taste of the real estate world. And I was just like, all right, this is cool. I could definitely see myself doing this, but I'm 19 years old right now. So like, I'm a little young for that. So I always knew I was keen for social media. In 8th grade, I had 15,000 Instagram followers, but I let people's opinions get to me, and I deleted the account. So
no way.
Yeah,
so the best of us.
So I'd probably have like 200K if I never deleted that account right now.
That's crazy. Just for the record, you're at like 42K right now. So you grew it all back from 15 after deleting it.
Yeah.
Damn, bro.
So I had like 4,000 like just normal followers when I was in college, and then it took me a while to start gaining on Instagram. Honestly, like spring break, I had like maybe 15K this year. So like 6 months later, I'm at 42.
So you really got the majority of them, like pretty close.
Yeah.
Like the last like 6 months. 8 months.
Yeah. They've been flooding in, and sometimes I'm like, damn, I'm not really gaining fast enough. But then I have to think this is a long-term game.
Yeah, it's a slow burn.
Yeah, like I'm in this for the long run. I'm not here to just pump out content for a year and then do something better with my life. Like,
exactly.
I'm trying to be like Tony Robbins. I tell everybody that. I'm trying to be like Tony Robbins, but with like a mix of Gary Vee and still having originality. So it'll be really sweet. I think so. But yeah, it started when I dropped out of college, and I was like, I need something to fucking do. Like, I need something to do. So I just started making TikToks, and then I was working at the hospital, and I'd post TikToks while I was at the hospital. Whenever I had a break, I would like get ideas to post. And all my coworkers who were like 40, 30-year-olds that went to college for nursing, they had no idea why I was doing it. They're just like, this kid's wasting all his time. But then they'd see me read these books, like Think and Grow Rich and Rich Dad Poor Dad, and they would be like, huh. Yeah. That's interesting. Because I would apply that knowledge to social media. Like how one of my favorite Think and Grow Rich quotes was, every great thing that's happened in this world at first was just a thought.
Yeah,
absolutely. It was just an idea. Right. So being able to execute on those ideas and believing in yourself will allow you to do pretty much anything you ever want.
Yeah. So another thing that I kind of find fascinating about your entire little TikTok thing going on is, like, it seems that right now the world, especially young people, I say we're about 20 right now, probably like us, give or take 5 years, kind of that group is really, they really respond to like I don't want to say self-help, but more like motivational content, like just positive energy being distributed through social media. Like I guess, so my question off that would be like why do you think that this many people are responding to you in a positive way? Like, what is it about your message?
Because honestly, I think it was quarantine really helped me out. Like, everyone was just trapped in their rooms, and they were like getting trapped in their heads as well because they didn't know what to do, how to improve themselves. So I looked at that as an opportunity, because out of every hardship, there's opportunity.
Exactly.
So I was like, all right, I'm going to have to capitalize on this, and I'm going to share my thoughts with the world heavily. So I was posting like 6 times a day, just trying to help people out. And I think they fuck with it so heavily just because there's not really anyone else that does it. Yeah. Like, everyone else on the app just posts pretty meaningless content, like, just to give you a quick dopamine hit. Like,
the satisfying vids where they're like cutting sand or something like that.
Yeah, literally.
Got you.
Or the dancing videos. It's just like I never found value in that. and I never understood how they blew up. So I was like, I'm gonna be the change that I want to see in the world. So I'm gonna be a pioneer about this shit. So now I have a bunch of people that kind of like copy my content, like literally, like brutally copy my content, and they just don't give me credit. But like, I guess that's not really what I'm looking for.
I mean,
because they're getting the message.
Yeah, imitation is the greatest form of flattery. So.
Yeah, so I was talking to one of my homies a few months ago about it, and he was like, dude, I've seen content that's exactly like yours, and it's just crazy to think that you like pioneered it. And it is crazy because there's no one. They're like, when I first started doing it, I was the only one. The only one. So that kind of made it harder to keep going because I had no one to like ask questions about like views and likes, like why is this happening? Why is this happening? So a lot of it was just like, I figured I like that though, having to solve my own problems in my own head, because then when I find those problem solves in my head, I can share them with people.
Yeah, and you get the feeling of accomplishment when you actually figure it out. It's like, okay, like it gives you the sense that maybe you deserve what you have because you're the one that figured it out.
Exactly.
Yeah, so how long have you been on TikTok? Like,
so I started last November. It's October 12th, right? 13th right now.
Maybe like 10, 11 months?
Yeah, about roughly. So
a
million in a year is pretty good, I would say. I would say could be
He's
better.
Modest too, everybody. He's a modest guy too.
Could be better. There's always room for improvement.
Yeah,
Always room for improvement.
So another question or another thing I just wanted to talk to you about is I've personally, like, I remember when you put your phone number on your main TikTok and like you had like 1,200 unread messages, and I remember we were chilling, and I would like scroll through them and reply to stuff like while you were doing something else, just keep the love going. And it was so shocking to me. I didn't come across. I read hundreds of text messages, and I didn't come across a single text that was like mean,
it's
like
crazy, bro.
Insulting, like pejorative in any way. I didn't come across a single text like that. And I think the reason I didn't is because it has a lot to do with kind of what your content is. Like, because it's just so positive and like uplifting. Like, there's not like it attracts like-minded positive people.
How could you hate on that?
Exactly.
It's just like, I feel like you attract what you put out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, the more you give, the more you get. So like, I feel like if everyone had that mindset, like the giving mindset, where they're like, what can I give, because ultimately when you give, the universe is going to show its gratitude for you trying to make it a better place,
even if it doesn't happen quickly.
Even if, it takes time to notice these things, but when at some point you'll sit back and be like, this all makes perfect sense now. Right. And that's like one of the most fulfilling feelings. You're like, wow, so the universe is really going full circle right now. Like, it's humbling. It makes me feel like incredibly appreciative to have what I have. And I hope what I try to instill in all of my followers is the power of gratitude and appreciation.
Right.
Because out of everything I've learned, those two things have made me the happiest.
Yes.
Yeah, so kind of keeping in line with the positivity of your message, just because I know you personally, I kind of have a different perspective on all of this, because I know you in your life, like I know how you are, like I know what it's like to be around you in person, and like so I can kind of speak on this a little bit, and I think like the positivity of your message, like it really is genuine, like you're not on TikTok thinking like, oh, how can I find a way to make people give me their money today? Like, that's not at all what you're thinking. Like, you're coming from a place of genuine care. Like, you want to see people succeed. I think that's why you like it, is because you actually do get to help people.
Yeah, finding something that you love makes it feel like you're never working. Yeah. It just feels like I'm doing my hobby and I get reimbursed for doing my hobby. Yeah. It's fucking amazing, honestly.
So kind of going off that, I think if you could just talk a little bit about maybe the inner motivations, like what you think when you wake up and say like, I'm gonna keep spreading this message today.
Dude, it honestly comes down to just the fear of being average.
Okay.
Like, we've talked about this in a prior podcast, but just like, I don't really necessarily want to be at the top, even though I kind of do.
Everyone wants to.
I'm just running away from the bottom as fast as I can. Right. Like, as far as I can get from the bottom, and that's just that's like the first thing I think of when I wake up every day. Is just like, dude, I can't be in this fucking city much longer. Like, I gotta get out of here. Yeah. So just the stagnant stagnantness. Mm-hmm. I hate staying in one place for too long, and it's been here for 20 years, so
yeah,
it's becoming too long.
Yeah, that is really interesting to hear. Somebody's motivation is not necessarily to get to the top, go as far as I possibly can, mm-hmm. but almost like a sense of urgency. Like I can't let this day pass without getting at least a little bit farther.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. Just little steps every day. Yeah. Improving every day. That's all it takes. It's like collaterals, almost. Once domino effects. Once you just little by little by little by little, and then there's some days where you get huge jumps, mm-hmm. and there are some days where you just don't really feel like you're just in a slump that day.
A lot of days.
Yeah, a lot of days, which is normal.
More days than
you would think. Yeah, more days than anyone would like.
Yeah, which is why I push to improve every single day, because I know that those days are coming where I won't feel like doing that.
Right.
So when those days come, I don't put as much pressure on myself, where I can just sit back, kick my feet up, and be like, all right, look how far I've came. It's fine to have a shitty day.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So kind of transitioning off that, so you've hit a really big goal, 1 million on TikTok.
Huge goal, yeah.
Again, congrats. Big goal reached. What is your next goal? What are you striving for now?
2 million, I guess.
2 million.
Yeah.
Okay.
I hope that'll happen within a year. I mean, I think it'll happen with probably 6 months, but gotta keep it modest, you know.
Gotta keep it realistic.
So because I kept setting goals for 1 million. I'm like, oh, I'm gonna hit it in September. I'm gonna hit it in mm-hmm. fucking August, and I would just keep letting myself down. So obviously dream big, but some of those things you can't control. Like followers, I can't make people follow me. Yeah. So like monetary goals you can control, but like traffic lights, pretty much you can't control if a traffic light's gonna be green or red. Exactly. So it's like you have to be kind of modest with it.
Control what you can control.
Exactly.
And just not stress about the things you can't.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think I know the topic of this podcast is your 1 milli, so I mean I don't mean to steal the spotlight from you with this one, but I feel like kind of just from being so close to you mm-hmm. and kind of just like really understanding like what goes on behind the scenes, like I think you may not consciously like understand this, but it like everything pieces together, and I'll explain how. Mm-hmm. So the reason you do it is because you enjoy helping people, like truly. Like it's like you're like helping your friends out, like helping your friends get through a hard time. I get the vibe that's really what it feels like to you.
Exactly.
And I think kind of going off that, you have so much like gratitude for things around you, and you mm-hmm. have so much drive to almost improve yourself and make yourself into a better person. Like you yourself like get mentored. Like it really like it's a cycle. I think that you improving yourself and kind of making yourself into I mean, not a perfect person, no one can be that, but step by step becoming a better person. Mm-hmm. I think that in turn helps you be able to give better advice and be better at mentoring. Truly. So kind of like, it's like the things that you like to do, like outside of this TikTok thing mm-hmm. kind of feed back into it. Yeah. And then it hits like a positive feedback loop. I mean, like it really is awesome to see. Like it's like self-propelled, it looks like.
Yeah, because no one's going to help you but you. I mean, honestly, like a mentor can help you to a certain extent, but ultimately it comes down to you. No one's going to be able to force you to take those actions. Mm-hmm. Like you have to be on your own ass, like every day. Like, so being on my own ass helps me be on other people's ass.
Just holding yourself accountable.
Exactly. Yeah. But not even being on other people's ass, like just giving them a nudge, you know, like mm-hmm. pushing them in the right direction, because everybody needs that. Yeah. Everybody needs that. Yeah. Thankfully, I got both of you guys here because
man, we try.
Yeah. Because you guys push me, and then that makes me push myself even more, because I'm like, I got people holding me accountable. So it's like it's dope. It's really dope.
Yeah. No, another thing that I think that you do really well is like you lead by example. Mm-hmm. Like these things that you post on TikTok about like affirmations, like meditation, grounding, mm-hmm. like these are actually things that I've seen you do in real life. Like you are really living it. We talk about these things even when we're not recording, like when the camera's off like TikTok's we're not even thinking about it. Like we're mm-hmm. still talking about these things. It's not like I mean, social media to some degree always has to be a little bit of a facade, because you're not going to post like when you're having a shitty day, you're not going to like make a spectacle of it on TikTok. But like at the same time, like it goes deeper than that. Like these are things you actually do. Like I'm sure I'd be willing to bet that almost all the advice you give mentoring is like things that you've had to tell yourself, because you've been in those same situations.
Exactly. That's what helps. Like honestly, that's why I try to tell everybody, when you're in a dark place, it's just going to propel you. Because all the shit that I learned from when I was in a dark place, I apply to my life every day now. So ultimately, the shitty things that I had to go through have made me into the person I am today. So I have to practice what I preach. You know what I mean? Like I don't just put on a front to get likes and views. Like I'm actually doing the shit in my life, and it's made me so much happier of a person.
Like it's helped you. It's almost like you use yourself as the guinea pig. Like when you get you get some new info, you always try it out on yourself too, before you tell other people. Well, not tell them to do it, but suggest that to them that it might help them. You know, like I don't know that. I mean, just that right there is just so humbling, because it's like you're not giving people anything that you wouldn't give yourself.
Do myself.
Exactly.
So I mean, I think it's fucking dope that people actually listen to.
Yeah.
Like that's fucking crazy that people like actually listen and apply these things to my life. Because how many times have we like seen an influencer, and then like whenever we do something, we like have a subconscious thought of that person. Like that's crazy, because the amount of people that do shit and then they think of me when they do it without them telling me too. Like there's a handful of people that will tell me that like that shit. And then how many people out there don't tell me that shit? Like it's probably more than we can fathom, and it's just so humbling.
Yeah, dude.
So humbling.
Mean, I think you're exactly right. Like 1 million is a great milestone, but in a sense, like the number is kind of arbitrary, because really you're reaching way more than 1 million people. Like
I'll have Instagram DMs from people that don't follow me. Yeah. And I'm just like, I mean, I don't really care that you don't follow me, but would be helpful. But I mean, it's dope still.
You really are you're helping way more people than will ever sign up for your mentorship. Like that I think, dude, I think you're exactly right. And it is mind blowing, like seeing how far, like even like one TikTok that falls on someone's feed that doesn't follow you and would never intend on following you, like if they see that and they get kind of like a seed of an idea in their head, and then they might like extrapolate on that like at some point in the future, like whether they think that you did it or not. I mean, I guess the fact of if you did it or not is irrelevant. I mean, it's the fact that you help someone like get a new experience
or
get a new mindset. Exactly.
Everyone's brain. That's what I'm trying to do. even if they only see one video, that's still one seed planted, and it's just they plant that seed and it just spreads. They plant seeds in other people's brains, so it's contagious, which is just dope.
It's like the movie Inception. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
Where they put the idea in his head while he's in the dream.
It's fucking. It's humbling, like to say the least.
It is.
It's fucking dope, and the cooler part about it is it's only gonna go up. And like it's fucking crazy. Like I'm only a year into it, and I plan on doing it for like 40 more. So like
40.
I mean, I'll probably retire at like 30. So, but I'll probably still mentor people just on the side when I'm 40. You know, be like just telling them.
Hopefully, I get to see a 60-year-old Alex talking on my TikTok feed. That would be
know
cool.
What social media will be back at that time. Yeah. But I definitely want to be doing seminars at one point too, like Tony Robbins, like having people come and see me in person. Like it'll be dope.
Yeah. I mean, just to kind of elaborate on that, like that's one of the things that really like draws me to this wave really is because like I think the thing that really changed for me was when I started like looking through your messages and like answering some. Like people would send you like really long paragraphs, like going deep into their problems, like, and it's like the fact that someone not only decided to text you that, but they had the courage to like air out all their demons to someone who they don't even know personally. Yeah. Like it just blows my mind.
It's wild, bro.
Dude, like, it's so wild.
It's like the only word for it is wild and humbling and just fucking awesome. Like literally fucking awesome.
Dude, I think definitely seminars in the future for sure.
It'll be fucking like dope. And I'll have you guys on my team. It'll be fucking crazy.
For sure. Dude, I mean that's what it's all about at the end of the day. It's like team. Like just just like being able to like have like good interactions with people.
Yeah. ultimately, that's what it comes down to.
Yeah, I mean, it really is about the people.
I wouldn't be me without those people. So
exactly.
It's fucking wild. So I think we can cash it right there. I think we got a good.
What are we at right now? Like 20?
I think we got a good synopsis on her.
Yeah.
But
that was nice.
I gotta do an outro, boy.
Yeah.
Thank everyone for watching. I appreciate your time. If you follow me on TikTok, I definitely appreciate you. The mentorship program, go apply in my Instagram bio. I'm still taking people. We're changing lives daily out here. Changing lives daily out here.
Yeah, this could not be a thing without y'all.
Yeah, for real. The support is insanely appreciated. And I hope you all have an incredible rest of your day. Peace. Stay woke.
Stay woke.